We have a special episode called SWiPE and Chill. It is a really fun game. What is your type? If you were to explain your type, what are you guys going to be looking for in these profiles?
So I definitely am paying attention to spelling. I definitely am paying attention to pictures. I'm looking at the glare in the background of your glasses.
Okay.
I've been in less of entanglements and less of engagements.
Okay.
It's somewhere in that middle.
Okay.
Nadirah's eyes real big.
Is it okay if the girl talks first? Like, who makes the first move after you guys match? If a person doesn't have a lot in their bio, does that mean they're not a communicative person or that they don't really know themselves well?
There is no proper etiquette with any of this online stuff. This is Tinder. This is Tinder for Muslims. Like, y'all want to be real? This is Tinder for Muslims.
Oh,
so I say,
at least I need to hear your voice. I feel like voice is so important for me.
Yes.
Hey, don't get twisted. Dudes will put on that Barry White. Like, what it do?
Oh yes, we already know.
How you doing? You know, yeah. Assalamu alaikum. Yeah. Don't think they won't. One thing I don't like is people that have private photos.
Yes.
Like, why? Why are you on the app if you got private photos and your Instagram's public?
Like, when somebody says doesn't only eat halal, are we talking about you don't always eat zabiha, or like, are you eating pork?
Yes.
If you over here sneaking pepperoni pizza at night, you feel me? If you over here, wanting to eat gummy bears that got gelatin in it, and they got gelatin in it, I'm not for you.
I'm generally weary of men that choose to identify with one sect anyway.
Okay.
So I feel like if I can see that you're like hyper, I'm Sunni or I'm Shia, I'm this, I'm that, that's kind of a deal breaker for me. These brothers do not know their angles.
Assalamu alaikum, everybody. Welcome to Nikah And Chill. We have a special episode called SWiPE and Chill. It is a really fun game. I have comedian here, Nadirah P. You guys saw her on my last episode. She is back and better than ever. Big body, naughty, literally. Everybody literally people call me and they're like, I love that name, thinking I gave it to you, child. I'm like, no, that is her name. What's up? And we also got Jibreel here, also host of your podcast, Young and Muslim Podcast. This pandemic has been a little bit of everything, y'all. Grateful for these moments to at least get together and be virtual, even though I miss just real life. I'm here in LA and everything's on lockdown. A lot of plans and we plan too. And it's just like trying to be patient, trying to have, sabr about the whole thing. Allah's timing is the best. And inshallah, this pandemic will get over, honey, because I miss my life.
I mean. Hopefully very soon.
I love this new virtual world, and I feel like at the end of the day, we all have to become more virtual, but it's not easy to transition. Good God. We have SWiPE and Chill because we still got to get our nikah together, y'all. We still got to find some mates in this world, and whether you guys like it or not, there are some Muslim dating apps out here. We're doing it, inshallah, in the halal way, and so I had to get two people today, a brother and a sister, adding me on in it as well, to swipe some profiles and give some reactions to these profiles. But first and foremost, let's get to know our guests today. What is your type? If you were to explain your type, what are you guys going to be looking for in these profiles?
Nadirah, you got it.
No,
ladies first. Ladies first.
We just did her dowry episode, honey. We do know a little bit about your type, but if she must go first, it's fine.
I feel like specifically you're looking for different things in a dating profile, like things that you wouldn't necessarily be looking for if you met somebody in person.
Right.
So I definitely am paying attention to spelling. I definitely am paying attention to pictures. I'm looking at the glare in the background of your glasses. If you have a picture and you're out eating, I'm looking at what you're eating.
What are you eating?
What it looks like you're drinking. I'm not playing around. Like what you're eating, what it looks like you're drinking, where you at, definitely what you're wearing. As far as bio, there are a few keywords that I like adventurous, laid back, likes to travel, hard worker, but also paying attention to like any red flags. Like if a man says, I'm looking for someone to be a great mother to my kids, we're gonna have So I left on that one because
If they already have kids.
yeah, it's a wrap.
Yeah.
It's a wrap.
Oh, you said they already have kids. Okay,
If they
gotcha.
already
I thought you
have
meant,
kids.
like,
God,
if they were
Jibreel,
like, hey, like one day I want to have them or
you
something.
think I'm
Okay,
planning to be a bad mother?
Hey.
You can't be too critical of these profiles, brother. Listen.
That's not it at all.
Allah
That's
says
not
He
it at all.
wants us to be with our like people. So if they don't have kids, we shouldn't have kids, even though there are a lot of relationships that work with stepmoms and stepdads. But I'm the same. I don't have kids. I would rather my first time be their first time as well. But what about you? Do you have kids, Jibreel?
No, I got a cat.
You got There's like this whole trend right now where they're saying our cat's Muslim. I believe cats are Muslim, honestly.
I think all animals are Muslim. Everything is Muslim.
Actually,
Because if we're born Muslim, then how can they not be Muslim?
you know what? But it's weird because golden retrievers, I feel like they are like the white dog. I don't really see them as like black dogs. And I know that that's different. Race and religion is different. But I feel like they're raised in white Christian households.
See, that's because you've been watching the white man's movies where he's been conditioning you to think that the golden retriever is a white retriever. But the white retriever...
Name a black movie with a black owner with a golden retriever. I'll wait.
Well, how about this? Why do they always picture us with the pit bulls and the Rottweilers?
And
Why
the
can't we have the Jimmy Dolls system?
I agree. No,
Why can't we have? Why do we have to get the dolls that are portrayed to be violent?
Open
Why
that
can't we
third
have?
eye,
Why can't we
beloved.
have the
Come
gentle
on.
dolls?
Come on. Now, Jibreel, since we got your type in animals, what's your type in women?
So I think Nadirah's right. I think when you look at a profile, it's different than real life. I think this year has proven that you can't judge the same way you would real life as you would online. So when I'm looking at a profile, I'm looking for what are you doing in the pictures? Are all the pictures just of your face? Like, do you have like a full body shot so that we know that you know, like what your height dimensions are? So I think that's important, right? Do you like to stay in any sort of physical environment? Like, do you like to jog? Do you like to hike? Do you do sports? Things like that. Do you care about, do you give back? Like, do you do giving stuff? Do you do charity events? Do you know, that sort of stuff? Do you work? That's important. Do you work?
Couldn't be with a woman that doesn't work.
No, I couldn't be.
No. Have you ever been engaged? Kind of, sort of.
Kind of, sort of.
Okay.
Kind of. I've been in less of entanglements and less of engagements.
Okay.
Somewhere in that middle.
Okay.
Nadirah's eyes
is there a
real
reason?
big.
Can you say why you're not married now? Is there a reason why you feel like even young brothers in general are not getting married right now?
I don't think there is a general answer to that. I think every person has their own reason.
Okay.
I think personally, there was a point in time where I was like, yeah, I'm definitely ready to get married. But I think now, one, I'm not a fan of getting married under such harsh conditions with the pandemic. But I generally just don't think that I'm in a point in my life where I want to be married yet.
Okay.
And I want to take on responsibility. I won't be responsible about taking on marriage.
That makes so much sense because you said that you actually did delete your matchmaking Muslim apps. Was that a part of the reason because your intention wasn't there?
Yeah, exactly. Like, my attention wasn't in the right place. And I think for a lot of guys in our Muslim community, they always emphasize get married, right?
Yeah.
But they don't really go through the checklist of, one, the things you should have in line before you get married, and then two, you know, when you should start thinking about marriage, right? Like, just because your lust is up doesn't mean you should get married. Right.
But my thing is, and I fully respect that, and I love the fact that you're like, you know what, I'm not going to play myself nor her. I want to be prepared. We did an episode called the young and the Nikah where why are the brothers not sort of moving forward with marriage? And it was because that intimidation of, am I really ready? Am I financially ready? Am I emotionally ready? But at the end of the day, it is 50% of our deen. So do you think that even though if we maybe did make the step, Allah would prepare us in those steps? Do you think it's just sort of intimidation and maybe fear? Or do you think that it's an educated, no, I'm truly not ready, even if I have to sacrifice my longing for lust and intimacy? Because I personally feel like anatomy shows that in our mid to late 20s, we are ready. We are ready to explore that side. And if there's someone there that loves and trusts, I personally feel like Allah will allow us to learn along the way and financially build along the way. I mean, being a Black man alone, the odds unfortunately are against you when it comes to career in America. But does that mean you just don't get married? Do you not find that partner that Allah says that you're supposed to have?
Well, not all of it just comes down to career either. I think life experience is something that a lot of us don't talk about, especially in the Black community. Like, I know I have plenty of friends that have never left the state. You know what I'm saying? But like, you want to be able to lead a woman to give her the world? Like, come on, bro. Take a trip. Go somewhere. And one of my good friends just said he just moved to Costa Rica. He's a bit old. It's like a mentor to me. He literally said, he was telling me a story about his guy. He was like, yeah, he moved here and he found himself. And so I've literally been thinking on that for the last week. What does that mean to find yourself or to explore, right? And I personally think that finding yourself means finding more about like what you like, finding out your bad habits and making those things apparent to yourself before you get into a marriage. And then you're finding out stuff about yourself. Is like discovering self-awareness is vital before you go into a marriage. And I think when we look at, you know, when people say, oh, marriage is half your deen, and they look at the hadith surrounding that, you have to look at where the people were at that time and the maturity level you had to have at a super young age. And we got people that were riding beside the Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, who were like 15. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, they're going to get married because the responsibility that they already had was at a different level than today. So
yeah. So it sounds like you're honest about the fact that you don't feel that your maturity level is where it needs to be in order to be in a relationship. No? I
wouldn't say I think I'm just selfish. I'm selfish right now. And I don't think there's anything wrong with being selfish.
Okay.
Like, I want to travel alone. I want to go here, and I don't want to have to talk to you and say, do you want, can I? No, and that might sound really bad to certain people, but I don't think we take enough time to ask ourselves, what do we want? Because we do a lot for our families, do a lot for our siblings, all of us. I know all of us have at some point in our lives. So it's like, how many times do we get to say, you know, I want to take this trip because I want to do it, or I want to explore this, or I want to take on this new career without the pressure of, crap, well, can I do that because I have to provide for this other person? Okay. And I think that's a very big responsibility that I don't want to take on yet. I think it comes down to, there's a lot, this world is vast and I want to explore. It's not even like a women thing. It's just like, I want to explore what's out there.
I agree. You know? You might find the right match who's still on the same wavelength as you today. You never know. Nadirah, you can take this one. Turn on and turn off, or deal breakers when it comes to relationship. Now, you actually answered this in another episode, but just anything that comes to mind where it's like, you know what, deal breaker. Obviously, you said kids. Is there another deal breaker where it's like definitely going to swipe left on that? Foreign? Can he have a passport but be in Dubai?
Yes. Okay. But as you both know, I do only like Black men.
Period.
It doesn't matter where in the diaspora you're from, as long as you can identify as Black, I'm fine with that. But as far as ethnically, I'm with everything. I'm with it all. Another deal breaker. It's something that I didn't expect to see when I got on the apps, but is there. And I don't knock that. But if you are incarcerated, that's a bit of a deal breaker. It's just not for me right now.
Yeah. What about Nation of Islam, or like, does it matter, Sunni, Shia?
I'm generally weary of men that choose to identify with one sect anyway.
Okay.
So I feel like if I can see that you're like hyper, I'm Sunni or I'm Shia, I'm this, I'm that, that's kind of a deal breaker for me.
I feel you.
As the person who identifies as like, we're all just Muslim, like we're all just out here rocking. What
about you, Jibreel? Any deal breakers for you? Or
I think you have to be solidified in your Islam. I don't want to have to be your pops. or your mom. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody, like you gotta be an adult with your Islam. I don't even mind divorcees. Like I've talked to a few different divorcees, and like that's actually been good in certain ways. I'm not gonna say better, but it's had its benefits. Turn off is definitely if you've been incarcerated.
Wait, if she's currently incarcerated or if she has been incarcerated?
Both, because that means that once she did something to get in there, like
What about
question.
drinking? What about drinking, smoking? Both of you guys. 420 friendly?
No.
So that
No.
no, straight up no.
Mm-mm.
No, that's kind of what I meant by life experience. Like, have you done those things? I don't have a problem if you've done it, but I can't be with someone that's like, oh man, I want to have my first drink. It's like, nah, I don't have time for that.
Not with me.
Yeah, you can't have that with another husband because it ain't gonna be me.
Yeah,
But, yeah.
Hijab or non-hijab, does it matter for you? Is it a deal breaker?
I think it does matter for me, and it's weird. It's weird because I've talked to Muslim women who haven't worn it.
Yeah.
But I think because of what I do and the type of person I am, and what I try and do, yeah, I think that's important.
Let's get to swiping. Well, I think I'll actually read my bio for now. If you've ever wanted a discount on your favorite halal restaurant, Nikah and Chill has got you covered. Download All Set app and enter code Nikah and Chill to get $5 off your next curbside order. All Set is a pickup only reservation app. Never wait in line during COVID, and there's many food options to choose from. Jazakallah khair. So I just have like 5 different photos. I have myself showing me like doing red carpets because I'm not full-time hijabi. I'm what they call half-time, part-time hijabi. And so sometimes on the carpet I'll pull out the turban, and then sometimes on the carpet I'll have my long braids or my, whatever, my fro. I'll do a couple different things. But I do have entrepreneur. I have born and raised Muslima, alhamdulillah. Part-time artist, full-time Muslima, born and raised, alhamdulillah. My favorite ayat is 241. It's also my favorite number. It happens to be 7. Coincidence? I think not. Current obsessions: finding great food spots, family, my only forever obsession until you swipe right, grinding hard, binge watching underrated shows, including but not limited to Rami. And obviously that's old. I haven't been on here for a while, but Rami was a great conversation starter. And I actually did get a lot of DMs from people just like wanting to know what I felt about that show. Of course, a lot of mixed reviews, as you actually talked about on your show, Jibreel, but people either hated the show or they loved the show. But I personally felt like it was a good modern day explanation of what we go through, whether people liked it or not. But and last but not least, I said, looking for someone spiritual and believes in the power of Allah, someone focused in career, loves family, and inshallah has a sense of humor. Feel free to read yours whenever, or just keep swiping, whatever you feel.
I feel like you have to be very wary of a man that says he's an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
Then does not like follow that up by anything.
Okay.
Because he'll be like, yeah, I'm an entrepreneur. And it's like, oh, like, what do you do?
Yeah. I know.
I'm an entrepreneur. Okay, what?
I know. And
is the word that you're looking for, sir.
Right. And I feel the same way because I'm like, I put an entrepreneur, but yes, entrepreneur does mean a lot of different things. And if you can't specify what that means and how you really make that bread, especially when you're, sort of introducing yourself, absolutely. I think it can get like lost in the sauce. But,
so one funny thing about my profile is that, you know how like when you set up your profile, it says like, where's your origin? And this would be fun for Nadirah because I'm kind of catfishing. I'm a little bit say. So I tried to look up like my ethnic background. I couldn't find it. And I am Nigerian. So on my profile, I'm Nigerian.
Okay. Yeah.
A scammer.
Dang. Okay.
You already know, shawty. We scamming out here.
Oh my Lord, you guys.
This man has not practicing but then he has always praise.
See,
So
I know.
I mean, my man's trying to, you know, he's trying to do his
What
dirt,
does
but then
that
ask for
even mean?
forgiveness.
You know what I also don't really care for? Someone who doesn't have, and it's so petty and it's not a deal breaker, but like he's Moroccan, he's black Moroccan, but his name's Javier. I don't want to be Khalima and Javier. I don't like a non-Arabic name. I don't like it.
That's
Really? I don't mind it.
Nah, I can't be with a J or a Ray.
I mean, but what if he converted though?
If he converted and that was his name, exactly, I know I would live with it. It's not a deal breaker, but I probably, you know how every revert usually has their Muslim name? I don't know. It's something about it. But honestly, he dressed really well. He has like this white tuxedo on, which is really nice. He dresses really well. He looks like he listens to a lot of African music. I love African music. Doesn't drink, doesn't smoke, only eats halal. I don't mind if you don't only eat halal. And he has his doctorate. So I think
You also have to wonder, like when somebody says doesn't only eat halal, are we talking about you don't always eat zabiha, or like are you eating pork?
Yes, exactly. Now that makes sense. I never even thought.
I'm like, where are we going with this?
My thing is, why are you on a Muslim app if you eating pork? I'm assuming that means that you just sometimes go to McDonald's. I'm not assuming that means all the way left.
Look, and that's what I meant by I ain't got time for someone that's in and out. If you over here sneaking pepperoni pizza at night, you feel me? If you over here, you know, wanting to eat gummy bears that got gelatin in it, and you know they got gelatin in it, I'm not for you.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Yes. If a person doesn't have a lot in their bio, does that mean they're not a communicative person, or that they don't really know themselves well enough to pitch themselves?
I think they're like me. They're so lazy.
Okay.
Yeah, I was about to say exactly that. I was like, it's not that deep. They just don't feel like doing the whole profile.
His whole bio is in Arabic.
Oh.
Hey.
He's like, if you can't read this, I don't want you.
Yeah, he's obviously like he has it cut out who he's looking for. Something that's so petty. If I can tell from your pictures that you took this on an Android, with all due disrespect, Jibreel, with all due disrespect, Jibreel, I'm swiping left.
For real.
I'm not green bubbling anybody.
For real.
Like I said, I deleted the app. I recently got it back. One thing I don't like is people that have private photos.
Yes.
Like why? Why are you on the app if you got private photos and your Instagram's public?
Honestly.
Or it's private photos and then it's not even much information for me to have a reason to swipe right. Like, who are you? You look like a bot at this point. Is it okay if the girl talks first? Like, who makes the first move after you guys match?
Yes, it's okay.
It's okay.
It's like this. I picture it like this. If we out in public and you give me the salams, I'm not gonna be like, ugh. No, like I'm gonna give you the salams back.
What's thirsty and what's halal proper?
And Nadirah, you like that logic, right? Look, that's what I'm saying. All right, so you want me to be 100? There is no proper etiquette with any of this online stuff. This is Tinder. This is Tinder for Muslims. Like, y'all want to be real? This is Tinder for Muslims. So I say, and I mean that in a halal way. I say, look, if we're both up here, you know I'm up here, I know you up here. The shot has already been shot.
Yeah.
You just want the post-game interview. So let's have it.
Oh my gosh, here we go. Okay, cool.
We need to have a whole discussion. That can be a whole nother
episode. A whole, I'm telling you.
And how sisters can shoot their shot. Because when I tell you, and Jibreel knows, because I was ready to shoot my shot. I called Jibreel. I spoke to Nadirah. Like, I was talking to every man possible. I was like, listen, how does this work?
If we're going to talk about 5 stars from the past, right?
Okay, yes.
I think the ones that I have swiped right on goes back to your point about you work on it on the way. Like if I get an idea that you look pretty good, right? You're up to what my standard, and the picture just ain't showing it. Like, you got the Android picture, like Nadirah said, I'll work with you. We'll get there. iPhone will come.
Yes. Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
The other thing is like, I think the things that have made me swipe is, if they have like a good cultural understanding. So like I don't care where you're from. That's not really, I don't really have a big preference. But I think you have to have an understanding of like me, my culture, and do you have a duality in culture? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
are you straight from the motherland, right? Or that doesn't mean Africa, it means any land you're from, right?
Right.
And if so, like, do you have a understanding of like what we do over here? Do you have an understanding like of both cultures? And I
Right.
think that's I think that's unique. It's not like a deal breaker. I think that's something cool. It's something definitely to add.
Do you guys find yourself getting bored just messaging on the message after like a day or a week? Like I see they added video call. For me, I would need to jump on a video call.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
I do prefer, I'm not too scary. Like, as long as I don't sense that you low-key know who I am and you're like a super fan, I'll give you my number and be like, oh, you can text me.
Yeah, no, no, I'm not giving my number. That's last for me. But I'm saying I'll switch to Snapchat. I meant to say audio message than video. I don't care. I'll do video if he prefers it, but I prefer like at least I need to hear your voice. I feel like voice is so important for me.
Yes.
Yeah.
Put on the Barry. Hey, don't get twisted. Dudes will put on that Barry White. Like, what it do?
Oh yes, we already know.
How you doing? You know,
Yeah.
assalamu alaikum. Yeah. Don't think they won't. So let me ask y'all this then. Let me ask y'all this.
Okay.
How important is career in y'all decision making?
I'm gonna keep it 100. It ain't that important according to my history, because I've actually always been with guys that are still sort of growing, but I found that guys that don't have a lot of money sometimes are a lot more humble. Like I've met millionaires that are 50 that are just like super, it's all about them. They want the trophy wife, they want the girl that's not gonna work. I love being independent. So
yeah. No, I don't mean about money. I mean, I shouldn't have said career. I meant industry.
For me personally, the only thing that's really important, like, I don't want to buy selling drugs. Past that point.
Yeah, exactly.
But passion is important to me. You need to be passionate about something, about someone, about whatever it is that you're trying to create. Because I've met men, like she said, who are very successful. They have no passion.
That's what
I feel like you not being passionate, even if you work a 9 to 5 just to pay the bills, but there's something that you have outside of work that you're super passionate about. Like you, I don't know, have a 10-minute podcast every week, or you have this, or you have that, or I don't know, you're in the bathroom playing with slime that you're just super passionate about.
Exactly. Passion is so important because it means that you see yourself on a bigger scale than like, you're not passionate about being a janitor. No one's passionate about that. I have a vision for myself and I'm excited to move forward in it instead of like, okay, I'm settling. You can't be settling and also passionate about something. So like, I don't want anyone that's down to just have a Toyota forever. Like, let's really try to move forward and get the Tesla.
Hey, yo, chill out.
See, no. Because that means that you doubt your own abilities, though. That means
no. So no, I'm just playing. You know, so my mentor, like one of my best friends, I told you he just moved to Costa Rica, and I look up to his lifestyle because he's one of those people who has a good amount of money, but you would never know it, right? You would never know it. He's very passionate about the things that he does, right? But have you ever met people, they have like they have money, but they don't spend like it, or their spending is tasteful. Like he's not walking around with like a crazy looking watch, like crazy looking shoes. It's just on specific things. And I think, you know, for myself, and I think for a woman, that's something that you should definitely look for in a guy. Like if he's, you know, if you got a guy that loves cars, then that's cool. If you got a guy that loves, you know, video games and like gaming and stuff, cool. Like watch what we spend our money on.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because that's very telling of that type of person, right? Or watch if they don't spend their money, because that's also very important. Like, I save a lot of my money.
Have you ever been approached by someone down for a polygamous relationship?
Yes.
Yes and no. So So
Like by a woman?
Huh?
Like by a woman?
Yeah, like she was like, yeah, like if you wanted multiple wives, like I wouldn't be mad at her.
Oh.
She understood like if I wanted it, but she herself, she wasn't opposed to it, but she was more on the side of like one and only. And I'm cool with either. I'm cool with that.
I mean, I said it. We talked about it in another episode. I would be okay, but he would have to be super financially stable. And the reason why I'm okay with it is because I actually do enjoy my space. But it would be nice to have my space with my rent paid for. I love. It's not a preference. Don't get me wrong, but I do see it as like, you know what? If he's able to give me even time and he's able to be as equal as possible and still take care of me, I wouldn't be mad. But I did have a guy, we were talking just over the phone long distance for like a month. And then of course, out of nowhere, he finally tells me like he does have a wife and that I would be the second wife if I was willing to move forward. And I didn't like the feeling of that. So that was when it ended. You know, it happens.
So, all right. So I think I may have found what could potentially be something like 5-star.
What? Really?
Yeah. Now, I was saying this earlier and I forgot to mention it. I don't think that there is such thing as a 5-star profile.
Okay.
So this is definitely the most interesting woman I've come across.
She's pretty.
Yeah, no, she's pretty. She's saying she got a sense of style. She works.
What's your celebrity Muslim crush? Or maybe a celebrity crush and you wish she had a hijab on. How about that?
So Yahya Abdul-Mateen, easily.
Yeah,
he'll never admit it, but we know he's Muslim.
Who?
Yahya Abdul-Mateen, the actor.
Oh, nah, he is Muslim.
I saw an interview when he was kind of like dancing around it. I'm like, Yahya, stop playing around.
The name says it all.
You said a different celebrity crush in the interview, right?
Did I? Oh, in the interview, I think I said Jonathan Majors.
You did. And yeah. I got him. Go ahead.
Jonathan Majors.
From, you seen Lovecraft Country?
Yeah.
The guy.
The main dude?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I like his movie. He's cool. Mm-hmm. That would be a good fit for you, Nadirah. Just, you
know. I mean.
Hey, if I ever come across him in the Hollywood pipeline, I got you. Celebrity. I'm not going to lie. Never mind. She married. Never mind. Let me keep my mouth closed.
What?
Never mind. She married. Like, we know a lot of these people personally, so it becomes, that's why I'm being very selective, because I'm not putting nobody's name out there.
Who are you about to say?
I know. No, anyone. Honestly, I think you should go social media as well as just celebrity in general, you know? I'm more so thinking about your appearance, like what's your type, because I'm trying to vision this girl that you just swiped right to.
So this girl's African American, but again, remember, I said I don't have a preference.
Okay.
So this girl's African American. She about a solid like 4'8". Not messing. She like
I think that about everybody.
Yeah, you about a solid 4'8".
She's short. She's super short.
She's 5'2". She's 5'2", and I'm 6'.
Okay.
Yes.
You want someone short?
Huh?
You want someone that short? That's a little too short, isn't it?
He don't have a choice.
That's what I'm saying. Like I got
far in between.
That's what I'm saying. So like, but here's the thing. I've dated women that are closer to my height. I've dated shorter women. So like for me, it's not like a.
Is height a preference for y'all?
Yes.
Yeah, I know Nadirah wants somebody that's like 7'2". Like,
don't gas it. Don't believe him.
She like
just don't want
7'2", wears a size 2X. wears Shaq's in a Shaq size.
Oh my god!
Come on now, Nadirah.
I think as long as they're taller, I don't even care if it's here. Like even if it's here, like just taller. Because honestly, I've met shorter guys have the most amazing personalities. I ain't gonna lie. Taller guys got that basketball ego. I ain't gonna lie.
I said they're the angriest people in the world.
That's true.
All that emotion in that little body is
That's so true. But girls too.
That's why they're angry.
Short girls. Short girls too, though. Short girls are feistier.
When you ask a short man how tall he is, violence immediately.
Yeah. But you know what though? You just said it. Short women have a feistiness to them.
Yeah.
And I personally like that. So like, because I can be like pretty like chill. You know, I can be pretty relaxed. So that like offsets it a bit.
What did this girl's bio say? Because you said you found a girl.
Is she local?
Yeah, I believe she's in Virginia, but she's not near me. And you know, the US is huge. So
yeah. That's one thing I don't like is that they have a tendency to, which is not a problem. Like it would be better to find somebody local, but I'd be like, Dad, show me somebody in Cali too. Like,
yeah,
show me somebody out in Texas.
Yeah, no, I would love to move. I could move. I could totally move.
You said, what did her profile say?
Like what made
I'm not studying or working. I enjoy the outdoors. I'm looking for someone who is health conscious and enjoys exercise and other physical activities. See, I'm looking for a partner who is strong in his faith, is practicing, down to earth, ambitious, and kind. And she has a picture of her getting ready to ride a horse, and I think that is cool. I think stuff like that is cool, right? About to ride a horse.
Yes.
Yeah, like, I think it's pretty cool.
So, what would your message to her be, or what would you do? Would you just match with her?
All right. So if I was gonna shoot a DM,
shoot it.
First off, you gotta pass me the ball. Pass the ball. Pump fake. Step, Kobe fadeaway. Now, the DM would say, I don't have a horse, but I'm riding into your DMs, trying to see.
Can't make this up.
Oh, and she speaks French. I might have to do like some Google Translate. Nah, keep it simple. Yeah, I think that might just be it. I think I'm just going.
That was mad cute. Yes.
Right. Like I'm with all the cornball lines. Like I love it.
Yes.
As soon as I see some, I'll be like, "This is so dumb." Like as soon as I'm laughing, I'm messaging you back. Yeah. You're getting a reply.
I guess thing you can do is, "Oh, assalamu alaikum, how are you?" Like she's horrible right now. Let's be honest. She's in the midst of the pandemic. Make her laugh.
Not a lot of guys are as clever as that.
I feel like if you hit me with the salams, right after I give it back to you, it's go time. It's on site. Like you have to apply pressure immediately.
Yeah. Otherwise,
now I'm just sitting here staring at your message like, okay, what's up? So this is when I was actually swiping while I was in Texas. So it's showing me people from Texas. Okay. His brother is 32. I don't know if I said that, but my age limit is 42.
Oh, wow.
So I'm open. He's 32. He was honest in saying that he's unemployed, which I feel like so many people are in the middle of a panoramic. Yes. He's from Duncanville, Texas. He's number one. He's mad big. He's large and in charge.
I told you.
First line.
3X.
This is at least a 3X. He said, if you don't pray, sis, I pray you get better. All right.
Oh my God.
I have it listed that he's a parent. He's single. He's 6'3". He's African American. He speaks English. He says, here for friends.
Hey, yo, my man. Hey, yo, hey.
What does that mean?
He's smart, though. He's smart. He's not
his personality type. He says he is an INFJ, 6'4", 365 pounds. He says that he's a comedian. I take that as a challenge. He likes paintball, hunting, fishing, boating, remodeling, and repair.
Oh my God, he's amazing.
That's like, I might have to message him.
Hey, Nadirah, no weird stuff, but like match with this dude because I'm a vet him for you over a game of paintball. I'm like, hey, bruh, so you like my sis? Boop. You know what I'm saying? Like, I already told you I got to vet him.
And he's from Texas. Honestly, I'm telling you right now, I've never met nobody from Texas that wasn't cool. Every single time in LA, when you say you're from Texas, it's already like, we're going to vibe. Especially Houston for some reason. Houston, for some reason, is always a win.
Yes.
I like him a lot. So are you sliding in the DMs? Are you
Prays, doesn't always eat halal, doesn't drink, doesn't smoke.
Are you sliding in the DMs? Or are you waiting on him?
I think I will. I feel like, why not? What do I have to lose?
And you're a comedian, so he's gonna like anything you say, and he's gonna know who you are. He's gonna know, unless he's sitting under a rock. Come on now.
Honestly.
He has to know his competition, and yes, it is a challenge.
Hey, Nadirah, what you sliding in with?
Bro, I don't do too much. I'm about to hit him with those lambs.
Hey, no. You gotta be like, woo, what they do, baby? Well, I'm telling you, just go in there excited. Because if you go
okay, what would you suggest, bro?
I suggest exactly what I just said. Be like, what it do, shawty salam. And then you gotta put an emoji after that so he knows you got a sense of humor. So just be like, just put like the crying emoji face or like the laughing with the tears face. And that's it. And I promise you the conversation will be like the A1.
Okay. All right.
Or if there's voice message, you say, "What's good? It's big body, naughty, yaddy, 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 like body, yaddy, 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 yaddy." No,
like, girl, stop playing with my phone.
Okay. See, that's why I'm not a comedian. Okay.
She said that song is not halal. It has too many drums in it.
I'm gonna get a message right back. You and so have unmatched.
Oh my gosh. All right, you guys. But I'm going to go ahead and call this guy that slid in the DMs. He did an instant match, by the way, which for me, that's extra points. When you like pay the premium or whatever, you got to, or use your token, your 3 tokens a month to use it on me. I think you deserve a message. You deserve a response back. But his bio says, and he's Moroccan, which I really do love Moroccans. His bio says, sense of humor is a must. He also has really great travel photos, which for me is like, I need someone, I don't mind if you're introverted, but you need to be a communicator. Like you have to have some sort of extrovertedness with people that you're close to or something. He says, I'm a combo of funny and wise, period. That's like, I need that. Optimist. Mm-hmm. I'm a practicing Muslim, but also very open-minded and spiritual. I'm a creative and empathetic with big dreams and aspirations that I'm living and working towards. So looking for someone to help nurture and grow together. Doesn't drink, doesn't smoke, doesn't always eat halal. Let's hope that's a good thing. Yeah, and then pictures with Trevor Noah in front of Viacom, which sounds like he must be doing some sort of work on TV. For me, this is like, I agree. There's no such thing as a 5-star. I don't think we should have expectations, but he's a 4. I would say 4-star.
Nice. I hope that DM turns into future DMs, which turns into future.
Inshallah.